Hi everybody, my name is Lientjie Wessels and I am your new mentor/adjudicator for 2020. It's wonderful for me to be here and I'm really looking forward to this journey. And I must say we are surely living in interesting times, and I'm sure that will also reflect in your artwork. Can't wait to see it. I am an almost full-time artist, but also a cook, and I write cookbooks. But mostly it is making art and painting. So like I said, I'm really looking forward and super excited to see the works that I'm going to get from all of you and just to see where we can take this process. I'm looking forward to the process because that is for me one of the most important things in making art. And hopefully then we will get to the best outcome that we possibly can in all of your works. So we have 5 categories. We have the category of painting, we have ceramic, sculpture, woodwork and craft. I would like to give you a few examples in each of these categories that I would like you to just go and have a look at. These will hopefully also inspire you and just to see the different things that we can do with contemporary art. So just firstly is painting. That is also what I do mostly. So in South Africa we have a great tradition of landscape painting and a very old tradition. But go and have a look at people like Herman Niebuhr and Emile Lourens to see how the contemporary landscape is tackled today. We also have the world-acclaimed famous painter, which is a South African painter, Marlene Dumas. She paints very thinly, but with oil. She thins it out. And just as an opposite to her work, go and have a look at the work of Anton Castell, who works in a thick impasto type way. Just different disciplines and different thematic ideas of how we tackle painting in South Africa. So ceramics, one of the most interesting things happening right now today. So the man/woman who turned the world of ceramics upside down in the 90s, if I remember correctly, must surely be Grayston Perry. There's a lot of videos on him, guys. Go and have a look on YouTube and on the internet. In South Africa, of course, we have amazing ceramicists, people like Theo Kleinans, and then go and have a look also at the guys of Ceramic Matters, Anthony and Gerard, and what they are doing. But I would like to just also, as an example, I want you to go and have a look at the work of Belinda Blichnout. She's tackling the world of clay and ceramics in a totally different way. So go and have a look at what we can do with clay and ceramics. In sculpture, go and have a look at the work of Gordon Froud. He works with all sorts of mediums, and also Mary Sibande. She works in different mediums but also uses casting. And for the more traditional bronze casting methods, go and have a look at the work of Guy de Toy. In woodwork, we have a lot of interesting things happening, and we've had many artists working in that tradition for many years. Johann van Heerden has recently been doing really interesting work and especially focusing on the amazing art of joinery in his woodwork. There's Heidi Nell, who does that magical sculptures. She combines the wood with some other elements, but go and have a look at her work. And then of course there's Claudette Schroeder. There's also many other woodworking artists. On the craft side, there is the amazing traditional crafts of Africa that is used in many ways today in contemporary art. You can see this in the Zuid-Mokka and many other parts of South Africa. But specifically, go and have a look at the work of Wilhelmine Brimmer and Joe Roots. So guys, now for the 5 principles that you need to focus on when preparing for your artwork. Number one is conceptualizing and planning. The better the planning, the better the eventual outcome of your work. Always remember this. Number two is drawing out your concept or plan. And remember that there are many ways of drawing. There's not only one type of pencil, there's many types of pencils. You can also draw in pen, and even with a paintbrush and pen, you can draw. Be bold, be experimental. The next thing is to be experimental. With what you are working with your theme. Think of the world that we live in. But remember, you can also work with yourself and your inner self. Many people do that. And then, of course, there's lots of artists who tackle what is happening outside and in our immediate environment. But experiment also with your not only with your themes, but the medium, the size, the form. Work round, work big. Don't work only in the size. You can be bold, dream, be big, dream big. Okay, and remember the principles, always, very important in any artwork. Color, shape, form, texture, and value. These you can use to reflect what makes our world so dynamic. And number 5, guys, and the most important, I think, is remember the journey and the process. That is what art is all about. It's always the journey and the process. What comes out of that is just, then we start the new process. Remember that. Just be bold, enjoy it, and looking forward to seeing what you are going to do.